Well, we've had a journey going through this course together, exploring self-blended learning and self-directed learning. We've talked about personalized learning networks. We've talked about sort of the compelling whys, the digital divide, having a self-blended learning friendly school and classroom. We've looked at a lot. One last question that maybe we'll explore together just briefly, which has to do with looking forward, looking into the future. What is the future of self-blended learning? That's a hard question to answer, and it's not crystal clear. No one has a crystal ball that tells them exactly what things are going to look like. But right now we're at a crossroads in education. There is this battle that's taking place. On one side, there are a group of people who are deeply committed to standardizing education as much as they possibly can in the form on the K-12 level, in the form of national standards or state standards, and making sure that everything is really deeply standardized. Tests that drive instruction and forcing teachers and students to devote almost all of their time and their day to preparing for those tests. There's a role for standards, and there's a role for tests and those kinds of formal aptitude tests and different kinds of assessments and tests, right? But here's the thing. I have yet to be a part of a job interview that assesses my readiness for the job by how effective I can be on a multiple choice test, how well I can fill out those bubble sheets or complete a multiple choice test on a computer. The reality is that the workforce today and life today calls for us to have the competence and confidence to learn independently. And the people who do so have an immense advantage over those who never learn it, who go through an education experience where they're largely dependent upon others to kind of dictate when, what, and how. And the test is the primary goal. Because the test is never the primary goal in an education environment. The real test is life. We're equipping people for lives to really thrive. As we think about the future of self-blended and self-directed learning, we have this crossroads. And I believe that the path that's going to have the greatest impact is the one that equips students to learn and to thrive independently on their own. Yes, we'll have standardized tests. Yes, we'll have national standards. We'll have benchmarks that we'll use. But will really be the difference maker here is how well we're equipping people to learn on their own.